Most people believe that raising livestock is only profitable if you have large land, big barns, and expensive animals like cattle or large flocks of chickens. That belief has cost countless beginners time, money, and motivation. Because the truth is, some of the most profitable livestock are not the biggest or the most popular. In fact, many of them are animals most people rarely even consider when planning a farm or homestead. Across small farms, backyard setups, and homestead around the world, there's a quiet shift happening. Farmers are moving away from traditional high-cost animals and focusing instead on efficient livestock that require less space, less feed, and less daily labor, while still producing strong income. These animals fit perfectly into modern small-scale farming, sustainable agriculture, and farm-to-table businesses where efficiency matters more than size. Today we are breaking down 7 of the most profitable livestock you might not think of. These are animals that can generate strong small farm income, fit into backyard farming systems, and help build a sustainable livestock business without needing massive acreage. We will explore startup costs, space requirements, market demand, and realistic profit potential, so you can understand which animals truly make sense depending on your goals. Because choosing the right livestock is one of the most important decisions anyone interested in homestead income or profitable homesteading will ever make. The wrong choice can mean high feed bills and low returns. But the right choice can turn even a small piece of land into a productive and reliable source of income. Many beginners make the mistake of choosing animals based on popularity instead of practicality. They see large farms raising cattle or commercial poultry and assume that is the path to success. But those systems often rely on scale, expensive infrastructure, and thin profit margins. On small acreage farming setups, the goal is different. Efficiency, niche markets, and sustainable practices matter far more than volume. That is why the animals on this list are so interesting. They are adaptable, efficient, and increasingly popular in local food markets, where consumers are willing to pay more for pasture-raised, organic farming, and heritage breeds. And as we move toward number 1, you will notice a pattern. The most profitable livestock are often those that balance low maintenance with strong demand. Starting with number 7, we have an animal that is quiet, hardy, and surprisingly productive, yet often overlooked even by experienced farmers. Muscovy ducks are one of the most underrated birds in backyard farming and small-scale farming systems. Unlike traditional ducks, they are quieter, more independent, and excellent foragers, which makes them a strong option for sustainable agriculture setups where reducing feed costs is a priority. One of the reasons Muscovy ducks are often overlooked is because they do not fit the typical image people have of poultry farming. They are not as widely commercialized as chickens or standard ducks, so many beginners simply do not consider them. But those who do often discover a highly efficient animal that produces both meat and eggs while requiring relatively low input. Startup costs for Muscovy ducks are generally moderate. A small breeding group can be started without significant investment, especially compared to larger livestock. They do not require complex housing, and because they are hardy birds, they adapt well to a range of climates and environments. In terms of space, Muscovy ducks are ideal for small acreage farming and even larger backyard setups. They benefit from access to pasture where they can forage for insects and vegetation, which helps reduce feed costs and supports a more natural, pasture-raised system. When it comes to profit potential, Muscovy ducks offer multiple income streams. Their meat is considered premium in many markets because it is lean and flavorful, making it popular in farm-to-table businesses and local food markets. They also produce eggs, and breeding stock can be sold to other farmers or homesteaders looking to start their own flocks. Another advantage is their role in sustainable livestock systems. Because they are excellent foragers, they help control insects and contribute to a balanced farm ecosystem. This makes them attractive to farmers focused on organic farming and self-sufficient living. Of course, like any livestock, they do have downsides. Egg production is lower compared to commercial laying breeds, and processing meat birds requires access to appropriate facilities or services. But for many farmers, the benefits far outweigh these challenges. For those looking to diversify their livestock business with a hardy bird that fits well into sustainable agriculture, Muscovy ducks can be a strong addition. But if you think efficient birds are impressive, the next animal takes efficiency to another level with one of the fastest reproduction rates in small-scale farming. Coming in at number 6 are rabbits, often considered one of the most profitable homestead animals for small spaces. Despite their reputation as pets, rabbits have long been valued as a reliable source of meat and income, particularly in systems focused on efficiency and sustainability. One of the biggest advantages of raising rabbits is their incredible reproduction rate. A single breeding pair can produce multiple litters each year, allowing farmers to scale production quickly without needing large amounts of space. This makes rabbits especially attractive for backyard farming and small acreage setups, where maximizing output per square foot is essential. Startup costs for rabbits are relatively low compared to most livestock. Basic housing, breeding stock, and feed can be established without major investment, making them accessible to beginners interested in profitable homesteading or building small farm income streams. Space requirements are minimal, which is one of the main reasons rabbits are so popular in small-scale farming systems. They can be raised in hutches or colony setups depending on the farmer's approach, and they adapt well to a variety of environments. From a profitability standpoint, rabbits offer strong potential because of their feed efficiency. They convert feed into meat more efficiently than many larger livestock, which helps keep production costs manageable. Rabbit meat is also gaining popularity in local food markets and farm-to-table restaurants, particularly among consumers interested in lean, sustainably raised protein. In addition to meat production, rabbits can generate income through breeding stock sales, manure for gardening, and even niche markets focused on heritage breeds. Their manure is considered excellent for organic farming because it can be applied directly to gardens without composting, supporting sustainable agriculture practices. However, raising rabbits does require attention to management and market development. In some areas, demand may need to be built through education and direct marketing. Proper housing and sanitation are also important to maintain healthy animals and consistent production. Despite these considerations, rabbits remain one of the most efficient livestock options for those interested in self-sufficient living and profitable livestock systems on limited land. As we move further down the list, the next animal may be small in size, but its production potential and market demand have made it one of the fastest growing sectors in backyard farming and profitable homesteading. As small farms continue to evolve and adapt to changing markets, many farmers are discovering that size does not always determine profitability. In fact, some of the smallest livestock can deliver some of the fastest returns, especially when they fit into niche markets where demand is strong and competition is limited. That brings us to number 5, an animal that is tiny compared to most livestock, yet incredibly productive and increasingly popular among backyard farmers and small-scale producers. Quail have quietly become one of the most profitable livestock options for those working with limited space. Their small size, rapid growth, and high egg production make them a powerful addition to small acreage farming systems focused on efficiency and steady output. One of the main reasons quail are often overlooked is simply because they are not as visible in traditional farming systems. Most people think of chickens when they consider poultry, but quail offers several advantages that make them especially attractive for profitable homesteading. Quail mature extremely quickly, often beginning to lay eggs within just a few weeks. This fast turnaround allows farmers to start generating income much sooner compared to many other livestock. In a livestock business where cash flow matters, this can make a significant difference. Startup costs for quail are relatively low, particularly when compared to larger animals. A small breeding group, simple housing, and basic equipment are usually enough to get started. Because of their size, housing requirements are minimal, which makes them ideal for backyard farming or urban homestead setups where space is limited. In terms of profitability, quail eggs are often considered a premium product. They are popular in local food markets, specialty grocery stores, and farm-to-table restaurants where consumers are willing to pay more for unique and high-quality products. Their small size also makes them attractive for niche markets focused on gourmet cooking and specialty diets. Quail meat is another potential income stream, especially for farmers interested in diversifying their offerings. Because quail grow quickly, they can be raised for meat in a relatively short period, providing flexibility in production cycles. Another advantage of quail farming is how well it fits into sustainable agriculture systems. Their small footprint allows farmers to produce protein efficiently without requiring large amounts of land or resources. For those focused on self-sufficient living, quail can be an excellent way to produce both eggs and meat on a small scale. However, quail do have some challenges. Their small size means they require protection from predators, and their shorter lifespan means flocks need to be managed carefully to maintain consistent production. But for many farmers, these challenges are manageable and are outweighed by the benefits of rapid production and strong market demand. For those looking to maximize productivity in a small space, quail represent one of the most efficient livestock options available today. But while quail are impressive for their speed and efficiency, the next livestock on our list offers something completely different. It produces income without needing daily feeding, and its benefits extend beyond just one product. Coming in at number 4 are honeybees, one of the most unique and versatile livestock in sustainable farming systems. Unlike traditional animals, bees contribute not only through their products, but also through their role in supporting healthy ecosystems and crop production. Honeybees are often overlooked by beginners because they are not considered livestock in the traditional sense. But for those who understand their value, bees can become a powerful source of homestead income and an essential part of profitable homesteading strategies. One of the biggest advantages of raising honeybees is their ability to produce multiple income streams. Honey is the most obvious product, and demand continues to grow as consumers seek locally produced, natural sweeteners. Local food markets and farm-to-table businesses often value raw honey for its quality and connection to local agriculture. In addition to honey, bees produce beeswax, which can be used in candles, skincare products, and other value-added goods. Some farmers also generate income by selling pollen, propolis, and even nucleus colonies to other beekeepers. Another major benefit of honeybees is their role in pollination. For farms that grow fruits, vegetables, or other crops, bees can significantly increase yields, making them an important part of sustainable agriculture and organic farming systems. This added value makes bees unique among livestock because they contribute directly to overall farm productivity. Startup costs for beekeeping can vary depending on equipment and hive numbers, but many farmers find that the investment is manageable compared to larger livestock. Once established, colonies require relatively low daily maintenance, which makes them attractive for farmers looking to diversify income without adding significant labor. Space requirements are minimal, which means bees can fit into small acreage farming setups as well as larger farms. They are especially appealing for those interested in sustainable livestock systems that support biodiversity and environmental health. Of course, beekeeping does require learning new skills and understanding hive management. Weather conditions, pests, and seasonal fluctuations can all impact production. But with proper knowledge and care, bees can become one of the most rewarding additions to a farm. For those focused on self-sufficient living and building resilient farm income ideas, honeybees offer both financial and ecological benefits that few other livestock can match. But as valuable as bees are, the next animal brings us back to a more traditional form of livestock, one that has been gaining popularity among small farmers for its manageable size and strong market demand. Coming in at number 3 are Nigerian Dwarf goats, a breed that perfectly balances productivity, adaptability, and efficiency. These small goats have become a favorite among homesteaders and small farm owners because they offer many of the benefits of larger dairy goats while requiring less space and feed. One of the reasons Nigerian dwarf goats are so popular in profitable homesteading is their milk production. Despite their small size, they produce rich, creamy milk that is highly valued for drinking, cheese making, and other dairy products. For farmers interested in farm-table businesses, goat milk products can be a strong source of income. Startup costs for Nigerian dwarf goats are generally moderate, depending on the quality of breeding stock and infrastructure. Proper fencing and shelter are important, but their smaller size makes them easier to manage compared to larger livestock. In terms of space requirements, Nigerian dwarf goats are well suited for small acreage farming. They can thrive on pasture-based systems and adapt well to rotational grazing, which supports sustainable agriculture practices and helps maintain healthy land. Another advantage is their popularity as a heritage breed. Consumers interested in heritage livestock and sustainable livestock systems often value these goats for their hardiness and unique qualities. This can create opportunities for selling breeding stock as well as milk products. Beyond milk production, Nigerian dwarf goats can contribute to diversified farm income through breeding programs, agritourism experiences, and educational opportunities. Their friendly temperament also makes them appealing for family farms and community-based agriculture. However, goats do require careful management. They need secure fencing, regular health checks, and attention to nutrition to maintain productivity. But for many farmers, the rewards of raising goats far outweigh the challenges. As we move closer to number 1, the animals on this list continue to highlight an important lesson in livestock farming. Profitability often comes from matching the right animal to the right system, rather than simply choosing the most common option. The next livestock on our list takes advantage of premium seasonal demand and has become a favorite among farmers focused on heritage breeds and high-value markets. As consumer awareness continues to shift toward quality, sustainability, and locally sourced food, small farmers are discovering that profitability often lies in serving niche markets rather than competing with large-scale industrial production. Buyers today are more interested in how animals are raised, what they are fed, and the story behind the food they purchase. This shift creates powerful opportunities for farmers who focus on heritage breeds, pasture-raised systems, and sustainable livestock practices. Coming in at number 2 are heritage turkeys, one of the clearest examples of how traditional breeds can create premium income opportunities when matched with the right market. Unlike commercial turkeys that are bred for rapid growth and uniformity, heritage turkeys are valued for their flavor, texture, and ability to thrive naturally on pasture. One of the main reasons heritage turkeys are so profitable is the premium price they command. Consumers looking for farm-to-table products often seek out heritage breeds because they offer a more authentic and traditional eating experience. This demand becomes especially strong during holiday seasons, when families are willing to pay significantly more for a high-quality bird raised on pasture. For small farms, this seasonal demand can create a powerful income opportunity. Instead of competing in low-margin commodity markets, farmers can focus on quality, direct sales, and local food networks where customers value transparency and animal welfare. Startup costs for heritage turkeys can be moderate, depending on flock size and infrastructure. They require secure housing and access to pasture, but they do not need the intensive confinement systems used in commercial production. Their ability to forage also helps reduce feed costs and supports more sustainable agriculture practices. In terms of space, heritage turkeys thrive in pasture-raised environments where they can move freely and express natural behaviors. This aligns perfectly with consumer expectations for ethical and sustainable livestock production, making them attractive for farms focused on organic farming and direct-to-consumer sales. Another advantage of raising heritage turkeys is their appeal to niche markets. Local food cooperatives, farmers markets, and direct farm sales often provide opportunities to capture higher margins compared to wholesale channels. Customers who value heritage breeds are often willing to build long-term relationships with farmers, creating repeat business and consistent demand. Of course, heritage turkeys do require planning. Their slower growth rate means farmers must manage production cycles carefully, especially if they want to meet peak seasonal demand. Predator protection and proper pasture management are also important to ensure flock health and productivity. Despite these considerations, heritage turkeys remain one of the most rewarding options for farmers looking to combine sustainable livestock practices with premium pricing strategies. But while heritage turkeys offer strong seasonal income, the final animal on this list stands out for its reliability, resilience, and ability to generate steady returns with relatively low maintenance. Coming in at number 1 are hair sheep, widely considered one of the most practical livestock choices for small farms focused on efficiency and long-term sustainability. Unlike traditional wool sheep, hair sheep naturally shed their coats, eliminating the need for shearing and significantly reducing labor requirements. One of the biggest advantages of hair sheep is their hardiness. Many breeds are known for their resistance to parasites and their ability to adapt to a wide range of climates. This resilience makes them especially attractive for pasture-based systems and small acreage farming, where minimizing inputs is essential for profitability. Hair sheep are primarily raised for meat, and demand continues to grow as consumers look for pasture-raised, locally produced protein sources. In many local food markets, lamb and mutton are valued for their flavor and nutritional benefits, creating strong opportunities for direct sales. Startup costs for hair sheep are generally moderate compared to larger livestock like cattle. Basic fencing, shelter, and pasture management are necessary, but their low-maintenance nature makes them accessible for beginners as well as experienced farmers looking to diversify their livestock business. Another key advantage is their compatibility with rotational grazing systems. Moving sheep between pastures helps improve soil health, manage vegetation, and support sustainable agriculture practices that benefit the entire farm ecosystem. This approach not only improves productivity but also reduces feed costs over time. Hair sheep are also efficient breeders, allowing farmers to gradually grow their flocks and scale production without major increases in infrastructure. This makes them ideal for those focused on building long-term small farm income and creating a resilient farm business. Beyond meat production, hair sheep can contribute to diversified income through breeding stock sales and integrated grazing systems alongside other livestock. Their adaptability makes them a strong fit for profitable homesteading and self-sufficient living strategies where simplicity and efficiency are key priorities. While they still require good management practices, such as predator protection and pasture planning, their overall ease of care makes them one of the most approachable livestock options for farmers who want consistent results without excessive labor. When you look at the bigger picture, hair sheep represent a core principle of successful livestock farming. Profitability is not just about producing more. It is about reducing inputs, improving efficiency, and matching your production to market demand. As we step back and reflect on everything covered today, it becomes clear that profitable livestock systems are built on smart choices rather than traditional assumptions. We began with Muscovy ducks, a quiet and adaptable bird that fits naturally into sustainable agriculture systems while providing both meat and eggs. Their foraging ability and low maintenance needs make them ideal for efficient backyard farming setups. Rabbits showed us how fast reproduction and feed efficiency can create strong returns even in very small spaces, making them one of the most practical homestead animals for small-scale farming. Quail demonstrated how tiny livestock can produce premium products and generate rapid income through high egg production and quick maturity. Honeybees reminded us that livestock can provide more than just food, offering honey, wax, and pollination benefits that support the entire farm ecosystem. Nigerian dwarf goats highlighted how manageable size, combined with strong milk production, can create versatile income streams while fitting comfortably into small acreage farming systems. Heritage turkeys illustrated the power of premium markets and seasonal demand, showing how focusing on quality can lead to higher profits. And finally, hair sheep showed us that resilience and simplicity often create the most sustainable long-term opportunities in livestock farming. The biggest lesson from all of these animals is that there is no single path to building a successful livestock business. The best choice depends on your land, your resources, and the type of farm you want to build. Some farmers prioritize quick turnover and small space efficiency, while others focus on premium products or long-term scalability. What truly matters is choosing livestock that align with your goals and creating systems that are efficient, sustainable, and adaptable to change. If you are thinking about starting a small farm or adding new animals to your current operation, take time to research your local market and start with livestock that fit your environment and lifestyle. Building a profitable farm does not happen overnight, but with the right approach, it can become a rewarding and sustainable journey. Which of these livestock surprised you the most? And which one would you consider raising if you had the chance to start today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments because your insight might help someone else make a smarter decision. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into profitable livestock, small farm income strategies, and practical ideas for building a successful homestead, make sure you subscribe to Herd and Harvest and turn on notifications so you never miss an upcoming video. And if you are serious about building a smarter, more profitable farm, check out the next video where we break down the best livestock combinations for small acreage and how to design a farm system that maximizes income while staying sustainable.